Hey everybody, how you guys doing? Once again, welcome to the show, Quarantine and Technology, or Technology and Quarantine. I think I said that right, yeah. Technology and Quarantine, Technology and Quarantine, Technology and Quarantine. Today is a beautiful day today. We are live right now. Today is Sunday, the 24th, 2020. I'm keeping it real. I'm your boy Tony from Cali. Once again, for the people that don't know what I do, we'll start off like this: computer animation, three-dimensional holographic, digital video, broadcast, special effects engineer, / senior audio visual telecommunications specialist, / broadcaster, not broadcaster, broadcaster, not broadcaster, broadcaster, not broadcaster, of my reality show, born in 1963, all in HD. HPTV stands for Helping People TV, handicap production, homeless production, and many more productions coming your way. I'm your boy Tony from Cali. I'm in Sacramento right now. A lot of people want to know where I am, what I'm doing, how am I quarantining, all this kind of stuff. So I'm going to give you all that in all one nutshell. First of all, this whole video right now, we talk about technology, we talk about quarantine. I'm going to show how all that correlates and comes together. First of all, once again, I'm your boy Tony from Cali. I just want to say that there's all kind of technology out there. When we start off with technology, I'm going to give you guys some samples of technology, and I'm going to give you guys some examples of technology, I should say. You don't have to have the latest, greatest cameras and things like that. You don't have to have a 4K or 8K camera, that type of thing. You can use something basic, and I'm going to show you some of the basics here. I got a couple samples of things that we're going to be showing in the broadcast here. So here is a generic cell phone. Okay, I call this a Trump phone. This came out during the presidency of Trump. This came out a couple of years ago, I think. This is a ANS cell phone. I call this a Trump phone, okay? Because you remember they had the Obama phone. So you can use something as simple as this to make a blog, a video blog. You can do probably even a web stream or something. I'm not sure. I haven't really done a web stream with this, but I've done blogs and things like that. And this is what the reason I'm showing this as an example is it's a gray colored phone, as you can see, and it's ANS, stands for American Network Services, I believe. Yeah, you guys know what I'm talking about. So anybody that's had a free phone, an Obama phone, this is a Trump phone or Obama phone, wherever you want to call it. You could use something like this to do a simple blog. And what I mean by that, you could go and you could record yourself, and you could upload it later on YouTube or Facebook or whatever. This would be okay, you know. And what I mean by that, it gets the message out there of whatever you're trying to project. You know, if you have to talk about a certain subject or something like that, you're not spending a lot of money. This is free, so you got a free phone. You know, people that qualify for it, you know, here you go. Here's a free phone. So I just want to show that as an example. Another way of broadcasting is using a webcam. We're going to show that real quick. This is a webcam. This is a C720, I believe. Let's see what it says. It's 720. I know it's that. It's a C720, I believe. This is just a small webcam. And you could get this, and it works off of, it's USB. So this will plug directly into like your little laptop or something like that. And a laptop or your desktop. And these are, you know what, to be honest with you, the prices went up on these because of price gouging. Is that what they call it? Price gouging. Yeah, so these used to be like, this probably cost you about $30–40. Now it might cost you 50 or 60, you know, depending on where you get it at. You can also get these used off of Lego and OfferUp. Fortunately, this one's not working anymore. I'm very, very upset why it's not working. I don't know why it's not working. Could be software issues I'm having right now with my computer. I got to figure it out, but this is not working. But this is a C720 Logitech webcam. Okay, I got another example. This is my favorite webcam right here. This is a C920, okay? And then they got a 922, a 925, I think, and they also have like a 930 or something like that, and a couple other ones that are probably even better. This used to retail for like $79 to $100, whatever. This is now still retailing for that if you buy it brand new on Amazon, and maybe even I've seen it as high as $299 for this webcam. Very, very awesome webcam. It has a tripod mount, so it has a 1/4 threads on the bottom so that you can plug it into a tripod, any tripod. Any cheap tripod. You can get a $9 tripod normally from Fry's Electronics, but I don't know if they're still available. But you can go get like a Walmart tripod and you can put this on, or a tripod from the thrift store or whatever. This is an excellent camera. I use this thing for years. I've had it for years. I got it used for 25 bucks. Okay, I looked online, I looked an offer up to try to get another one. People are selling these things for 80, 90, 100 bucks, whatever, you know, because the price gouging right now. Everybody's using this to stream their videos. This is perfect for streaming. If you want to stream using Wirecast or OBS or any of those type of software platforms for your computer, this is perfect. And I'm not going to go into deep detail about the different applications, but if you're interested, that's what I do. I kind of get the information for you, I throw it out there, and then if you want to know more about it, you can do your own research. I've spent hours and hours and stuff, hours on research, just trying to get information to people, and not just for people, but for myself as well. And I do that all the time. I still spend hours just learning. Like yesterday, just for instance, I told you I was looking at old laptops. Anybody got any laptops out there you want to donate, anything like that? Donate desktops, laptops, let me know. I'm still looking for that. I'm in Sacramento right now, so I don't have access to a lot of different things. I don't have the financial income to actually go out and buy the things that I used to buy. I used to buy computers all the time back in the day. I used to work out in Vegas, and we'll go talk about that a little. We'll talk about that. We'll get into that too. But I used to buy computers all the time. I used to buy them for $500 to $1,000 to $1,700 for a computer. You don't have to do that, and that's what I want to talk about. You know, I had to learn from that. I did it back then, and I know a lot of people are still doing that. They want to have the top of the line computer out there. And what really is the top of the line computer? And that's what I was looking at yesterday. So I started looking at a lot of guys that build gaming systems and things like that. A lot of people are building their own gaming systems, and this video is all about. Like I said, technology. So you see you see some gaming computers, powerful gaming computers in my background. I placed those in there purposely to show you guys, hey, this is what technology is all about. You see the Xeon Intel chip popping up. You see that popping up. We talk about that. The platinum version, I believe. I saw it, and this is going to trip you out. $19,000. That was the top price I seen on it. $19,000 just for the processor. We're talking about a little chip. Okay, we're talking about a little square chip. Just the processor. 19,000 something. You look it up. Look it up. And you know, you'll see some other prices for like 9,000, 8,000. You'll see some other ones depending on you know, when the popularity of the video and everything like that, when it first came out or whatever. I don't know what it is exactly now, but I saw a top price of 19,000. I was tripping out. I was like, wow, for a processor. That's a square processor chip that goes on to a motherboard, for someone that doesn't know what I'm talking about. The other thing I wanted to talk about is the graphics card. Graphics cards are very expensive for these guys that are building all these gaming towers. You guys know what I'm talking about. You guys out there that are gamers, a lot of guys are gamers. I'm not a gamer. You can get a graphics card for, you know, from back in the day, you could get one for probably $19, $20, whatever. Now graphics cards are in the hundreds. Okay, and this is a graphics card I want to talk about. I think it was the Quadro. It was the Quadro NVIDIA. I'm just going by memory because I don't have, none of my stuff is scripted. Okay, I don't have a teleprompter. I think it was the Quadro NVIDIA card, and that's what I'm using for my desk. So you see the desk that I'm sitting at right now. I have two dual NVIDIA cards that are in front. They're mounted in the desk. So you see the bottom of the desk. You see those two video cards, and that's just a graphic that I put together just to kind of give you an idea. The Quadro NVIDIA graphics card, $23,000. Like, it was hard for me to even get that out. $23,000. Okay. Now it may have went down now in price, but I was like, wow, what kind of video card is this? Okay. And I think it was like 32 gigs of VRAM, which is video RAM. 32 gigs of VRAM. I didn't do all the studying on it, but you can check the specs out. But $23,000. I said again, $23,000 for a graphics card. Okay, that won't be me. I'm just letting you know. So that's what I want to talk about when we talk about technology and being quarantined. What do you really need at this particular time while you're quarantined? What do you really need to get the message out? I'm just using a little action camera right now, and speaking of that, we're going to show that. We'll show, this is not the one I'm using, but this is a Sony action camera. You've probably seen these before. Okay, this is a little Sony action camera, and it's not 4K or any of that kind of stuff. And it's the action camera is snap proof, splash proof, 13.5 megapixel steady shot camera. Okay, this is really a good webcam. Not a webcam, but a action camera. This is an action camera. This is similar to like GoPro. This compares to GoPro, and I'm not sure what year. This was actually given to me. I was at Starbucks one night, and I had my little cameras out there, and I was hooking up stuff, and two guys came up to me and said, "Hey, brother, I think you might want this. You might want this camera." And they found it, and it has a problem with it. This camera, it's supposed to be a button right here that you press in the back to turn it on, and the button doesn't work, so you have to open it up, and you have to take like a toothpick to turn it on. But it actually works. So something like this would give you pretty good quality. I'm not sure about the fisheye and things like that, but you know, you could use this to it's about getting the message out. That's what this is all about. I used to go to NAB every year. NAB is called National Association of Broadcasters. We didn't have it, of course, this year because of the COVID-19, COVID-19. It was canceled, and that was in April. So that was last month. And I always really get excited about going to this show. The last so many years, I haven't been that excited. I usually just take my little stuff in there and I just have fun and enjoy the show. But the first couple years when I started going, I was just overwhelmed. I was like, wow, look at all this great stuff. Wow, 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 wow. And what I'm trying to say is that, yeah, there's a lot of great stuff there, but you don't have to have it to do the job. And then it dawned on me a couple years later after that you know, I kept looking at all the brochures and all the advertisements, and it said NAB, bringing content to life. It's all about bringing content to life. Whatever you have, whatever you're talking about, whatever your subject is, like we're talking about technology and quarantine today, it's about the subject. It's not about the cameras that you're using. And fortunately, on this particular video that I'm making, I wanted to talk about technology. I wanted to talk about cameras a little bit, just to give you guys a little overview, because I have so many people contacting me and messaging me and asking me what kind of cameras am I using, what's the best camera. I am not one of those YouTubers out there that's going to show you an unboxing video of everything that I have and what's the best camera. And I don't have sponsors to sponsor me with this high-end or low-end equipment. This is my own equipment that either someone gave to me or donated to me, or I picked up at it could be a thrift store, from a thrift store to a yard sale to a offer up to Let Go to Craigslist. Okay, so just recently people have donated to me. Thank you guys. I was asking last week for laptops and things like that. I haven't got any laptops yet, but somebody donated. My sister, she's supposed to bring me some RAM. Okay, and RAM is random access memory. It's just the little RAM sticks, so that I can put it back into my Sony. And the Sony is kind of flaky. I'll talk about that. I powered it up yesterday and went through it, and it kept cutting off on me and this and that. So yeah, I'm still looking for broken laptops or whatever you guys got. Let me know. And I'm just trying to build the Bro computer cam. We talked about that. So that's a project that I want to do while I am on quarantine. It's something to keep your mind off of all the things the negative things, the things that people are saying, the things that people are in fear of. I just like to make things. Okay, I don't care if it's a paper plate and cutting the paper plate out and putting some Elmer's glue in there and creating something just like you're in elementary. Okay, I just like making things. So when I look around with my cameras and things like that, I'm thinking, okay, how can I get a better shade on this, or how can I do this, or how can I do that? How can I make my lighting better? We're going to talk about that too. So you can use the simple things. And when I go back to using the Obama phone, I'm going to show a couple other things here. I got a couple little things here that I put in front of me just to show you guys basic stuff. Like I said, this is about technology, not just about me. And we'll talk about me in a little bit. This is a little LED light that I got at the 99-cent store. And this is the remote control that comes with it. Unfortunately, I didn't put no new batteries in here, so I can't show you what it does. But it's got all these color buttons on here, and you can turn it off and it'll flash, and it's got all these different patterns and things like that. Flash, strobe, fade, and smooth. And that's pretty cool. And you can just turn on a certain particular light that you want. Yellow, orange, purple, whatever. So something like this is very simple. I got it at the 99-cent store. Unfortunately, this was not 99-cent, because you know in the 99-cent store, they have $1.99 stuff, and then they have $2.99, and they have $3.99. Unfortunately, this one was like $3.99. Okay, so I'm keeping it real. I'm keeping it all the way real. If you get it for 99, that's great, but it was like $3.99. And this was my lighting source I wanted to use on one of my little cheap cameras. I have a lot of different cameras that I picked up over in time. I picked up a couple point and shoot cameras. I got like a Canon, a Fuji, Sony. I don't know if I want to pull all those out, but I bought this so that I could put it on there and do it like a quick vlog. And you could also hook this onto, you know, you could get you like a little mount or something, and you could actually hook it on your phone like this, you know, and use a little tripod, and you could do a tripod mount or something, and you could, you know, have it hooked up like that. I got it backwards. There you go. Have it like that, you know, and I had it on a tripod like that just to test it all out. So I just wanted to show you something as simple as that if you were going to do something at night and you needed some extra light. Okay, and now right now I'm at my mom's house and I'm just using the lights that's in here. She's got like 2 lamps. She's got a desk lamp over there, and then she's got like one of those floor lamps. And I'm using the floor lamp and the desk lamp. That's all I'm using. I've got an LED panel. I didn't even think about using that. I got an LED panel that's pretty nice. I could actually use that, but I didn't use it. I've got other cameras that I could use. I could use my my Sony over here. I could use a Canon. I could use the Canon mirrorless camera or whatever. Not mirrorless, DSLR. I got a bunch of cameras, but it's not about me, and it's not about what I'm using. Technology. That's why I wanted to show. This is another thing. This is called a capture card or a capture device. Okay. This is made by Elgato. If you ever heard of Elgato, this is if you have a DSLR and you want to plug your DSLR into your computer and you want to get a little higher end. Remember I told you you could use a webcam, but if you decide, okay, I don't want to use a webcam, I want to go a little higher, you can buy something like this. These retail for about, I think $100 or $150 or something like that. I got this on OfferUp. I got it for like 40 bucks, $45 I think, $45 when I was in Vegas. Way back in. So you can get something like this off of OfferUp or Let Go. You gotta check your specs, check and find out what you need. This one goes 60 frames per second, but it has a delay. Has a big, really huge delay. So if you use something like this and you're going through a software like Wirecast, then you're gonna have to change the delay parameters in the software. And that it gets a little tricky on that, okay, as far as your audio, depending if your audio is coming in with the video. I don't think you can do audio and video at the same time on this particular one, I'm not sure. But if you're doing your audio coming in separate, on a separate line coming in, going into your computer, then you're gonna have to change the delay parameters, okay? But this is a capture card for people that wanna use a DSLR, they wanna get a little higher, higher up there. I think the Camlink is the newest one made by Elgato. I recommend that one, Camlink. See, I'm not even sponsored. Elgato and all these companies, all this stuff, I can check. Sony, that little Sony camera I just showed you, nobody's sponsoring me. That's why I tell you guys, don't hate, don't wait, don't procrastinate, donate. I'm not a big YouTuber. We're gonna go into that. I'm not a big YouTuber. I do have a lot of YouTube videos that I put out, and I just do it because I like to do it. Okay, I've never got paid from YouTube. Never, ever got paid for YouTube. A lot of people say, well, why don't you get paid? Why don't you monetize? Well, I just set up monetization. I set it up like a couple months ago, and then I ended up moving. I was over my nephew's house for a little while, and I didn't really have a stable place, so they sent me out the QR code and all this stuff to set all up. And by the time they sent that out, I ended up moving again. And then around the first of the year, now I ended up moving from the first of the year, moving to like pretty much nowhere to here, to Sacramento. So is it set up for monetization? I think it is. And the revenue was really low. It was like 35 bucks. I looked at it the other day, it was like $35. So that's why I tell you guys, don't hate, don't wait, procrastinate, donate, cash out, $sign Tony McDew, $sign Tony McDew, $sign Tony McDew. I said again. So I have no other income coming in, and I do this for fun. I do this for a therapeutic way of just talking to the people, because I love people. Okay, that's what I've always loved people. I've been doing videos, and we're gonna talk about that all the way back since around 1978, I think, around 78, 79, I started doing videos, okay? I've been doing videos for a long time. Then I got into the camcorder range around 1986. That's when I got my first camcorder. It was a Quasar camcorder that I got from Cook's Hardware Store on Del Paso Boulevard. Out here in Sacramento, people that know me, you know I'm telling the truth. That camera was $1,500 for a Quasar VHS, not Super VHS, not Mini DV, it was regular VHS, okay? I forgot what VHS stands for. Anyway, VHS, okay? Video cassette, big old video cassette tapes. My mom still has a whole stack of them. I'm looking at them right now. She probably has some of mine. Anyway, they were Quasar tapes too. I had a bunch of Quasar tapes. And I had a Quasar camera, Quasar tape, Quasar case. I thought I had the stuff back then. That was like, wow. Everybody's like, wow, you're like a news broadcaster, okay? That's what they call me, like a news broadcast. I was going around making little videos. I was going out to Cal Expo, interviewing people, got me some microphones. I loved it. I wish I still had some of that footage. Unfortunately, it got lost. But that's what started me in 1986 with that camcorder. I was so mobile. Before that, I would do videos out of my house, out of my garage with these old tube cameras and things like that. I don't want to bore you guys with the technology that a lot of young people want to know, what can I use today. So I just showed you the Obama phone, the Trump phone. I just showed you two webcams, the 720, the 920. Now we're gonna show you one. We're gonna show you one other camera. This is my 360. I love this camera right here. Haven't used it in a while though. It's made by Samsung. Haven't used this camera because it's hard to get the information. You have to process the information, you have to get it off, and you have to render the information, and then I'll probably start using it, and then you can edit it and whatever. We'll check this out another day. But this is a 360 camera. I got this for free. This was actually donated to me. Thank you, my buddy Harry out there, Harry O. I love you, man. That's my big brother in Las Vegas. He gave me this camera. I had one like this before. I had a round ball looking one, and I think I got it from a pawn shop for like 60 bucks. And he got this one for like 60 bucks or something, 50 or 60 bucks, and he gave it to me, you know, as a little present. So this is another camera that you could use if you want to do like a 360 type thing, okay? So I just want to give you guys an overview. I'm gonna talk about microphones for a minute. This is a power driver microphone, okay? Looks kind of high end, high professional, whatever. It looks like the Shure microphones we used to use back in the day at Mandalay Bay. But this is a power driver microphone. I got this for like 20 bucks off Amazon. Not that good. I keep it real. I hardly ever use it. It came with the USB transmitter. This is the transmitter. It came with a USB receiver, and this is the transmitter. So this is made by Power Driver. Like I said, I got this for I think it was like 30. This was like 29 or 30 bucks when I got this microphone, and I really haven't used it that much. It looks professional. I'm probably gonna take it apart and do something else with it. We'll see. And maybe even add a voice recorder or something, because wireless is not my thing. Right now, I'm actually just using my cell phone for audio, and my cell phone is not right real close to me or anything. It's just right below my waist, and I have it on like a tripod stand, so my voice is being picked up by my cell phone. Hopefully that's going to be enough. Okay, I'm going to show you one other microphone here. Let me bend down here. I know I'm going to be off my screen here a little bit. That's okay. This is another one made by Power Driver. Oh, the light came on. I must have had it on. Okay, this takes 2 batteries, and this is the Lavalier belt pack, and this is also made by Power Driver. I got this when I was in Vegas this one was actually $20. This was like $19.99 or whatever. It's not that great. It has a USB receiver that plugs into your computer, and like I said, this is if you're going to do some streaming or something like that, you know, and you want to be wireless, this would be a very simple way to do it. But what I really recommend, and I've been told this from a lot of other YouTubers, is that just get the lavalier microphone that just plugs directly into your computer or plugs directly into your phone, and that's probably going to be the best way to do it. If you have just a simple phone like an Android phone, and we're going to talk about that. The one I just showed you a little while ago was actually a cheap Obama phone. This is an Android phone. The screen's cracked a little bit, okay? And this one is called an Alcatel. I remember when I bought this. I paid like $130 for this phone. And this is during the days of CES, when I worked at CES. This was CES, I believe last year, the year before that, so 2018. I worked CES and I bought this phone, and it was like 130 bucks. And I cracked it. It actually still works, but the screen needs to be replaced. The camera's actually pretty good on here and everything. So something like this, if you can blog really good with something like this. You're gonna get a good blog. You're gonna get, you know, a good picture, and you can stream and you can upload your videos and things like that and take it to the next level. So you don't need anything magnificent. Okay, I just wanted to show this Alcatel. I started off with a let's see. I started off with all kind of phones, but I just want to say, just a couple years ago, we're talking about 4 or 5 years ago, I was using the Stylus, and I was doing a lot of my videos with that. So when you saw me do the news, world broadcast news, I was using the Stylus phone, and I love that phone. And then later on I started using the webcams, and then I started using the WAS. The WAS is another camera. You can get a lot of off-market brand cameras that you can use to do your streaming, and most of them will say 1080p. You got to watch out, because I got a couple cameras from China and they weren't that great, and I paid like $30 for them. So when you start looking at the really low price action cameras, you're probably gonna not get something very good. So, you know, I got the Sony action camera is good. I used to have a JVC action camera. I've had all kind of small action cameras, and the Wasp camera was actually really good. And it doesn't sound like it's a great brand. Wasp is WASP. I bought that camera for $29 at Fry's. I love that camera. Wish I still had it. And I ended up pawning it. And I think they gave me like 30 bucks still. They gave me like $30 for it. and I got my money back, but I pawned it because I was trying to, like, at that time, pay my storages and things like that. Okay, that's the reason I pawn my stuff. People say, why you pawn stuff? Well, if you don't have any money coming in, any income, and you're not getting any work, you got to do something. You know, you want to keep things going. So I still trying to continue to pay my storage out there in Las Vegas, because I told you I still got the ATV, still got the motor, still got all that stuff out there. I got computers, I got a lot of stuff. So you guys, if you can contribute, please don't hate, don't wait, donate. I'm still keeping it real. You know, I want to get back to Vegas, and I want to get back out there and get that ATV going. The broadcaster, the mobile broadcaster. You know, I just got the ATV that was donated to me, and then I got the motor for it that was donated. I got the controller. I got the controller. I got all the other things to go with it. I just need some help. Okay, so if you guys can help me out, let me know. I don't gamble no more. A lot of people. I just had a couple friends hit me up on my, and I get this all the time. People hit me up on the bus driver video. People hit me up on gambling, all these different things. I don't gamble anymore. I haven't rode the bus in a while because, like I said, I'm in Sacramento and I'm on quarantine. And my sister, she'll take me here and there every now and then. You know, sometimes I was able to pick up a monitor yesterday. Thank you, Latrice, my niece, my favorite niece, Latrice. She donated a monitor to me yesterday. I love you, girl, out there. Thank you so much. That was going to really help me in building this. That's the tripod monitor that I needed. So she gave me like a 23, 24 inch, what is it? Where's it at right now? Oh, Samsung. Yeah, very nice. 23 inch, 24 inch Samsung monitor. Thank you, Latrice. I love you out there. Latrice, my niece. I love you. She donated that to me yesterday. And then my sister-in-law, Vivian, she donated also a LG monitor to me yesterday. It was a 23, 24. I love you out there. Thank you too, Vivian. But it was cracked, unfortunately. Sorry, Vivian. I love you. You tried. I tried, but it didn't work. I plugged it up. Since I plugged it up, 1,000 cracks. The display was all messed all up. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. Maybe I can use the extension cord, the power supply, whatever, you know. And that's where I want to go back to what I do. I salvage a lot of different things. I've always, I grew up in the area of electronics. Okay, so in the era of electronics, and I don't want to go back into my whole history and bore you guys with that, but we'll just say this: during the 80s, okay, from 79 to 81, I had electronics. I had electronics in high school, okay, and I had ROP, which stands for Regional Occupation Program, which allows you to go to different schools or different workshops and different places of business to get your electronics experience. Okay, so I learned all my basic equations out there, Ohm's law, Kirchhoff's law, all this type of stuff. I learned how to do formulas. I learned the electronics, how circuits work, electron flow, all that. Learned about capacitors and resistors and transistors and vacuum tubes, you name it, CRTs, you know, cathode ray tubes that you don't hear about anymore. Okay, but all that technology I learned in high school for 2 years, and then I attended DeVry. I attended American River College. After that, went from American River College to DeVry Institute of Technology, and that's in the story. But what I wanted to talk about, going back to my high school years, that's what sparked everything. And I was always the kind of person that took apart things. Going back to my elementary, junior high days, my mom would buy me broken toys. I tell her, go to the thrift store, give me this, give me that, give me that. I would be in the thrift store and get a fire truck, and the wheels are off the fire truck. I didn't care about the wheels. I wanted the motor. I wanted the lights. I wanted the battery container that was on the fire truck. I wanted all those different things. I wanted the wiring. So as a kid, my mom sparked that in me, as far as she would buy me new stuff and I would take it apart anyway. So she started just getting me broken stuff. I said, yeah, give me a broken truck. Give me a broken robot, you know, because I want to take it apart. I want to see what it's made out of. So I'm still at that level in life. I still take things apart, not as much, but I take things apart and I try to modify. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm taking apart some older broadcast cameras that came out in the 90s or 2000, and I decided, okay, I'm going to modify them. I want to take the lenses, or I want to take the motors, not the motors, but I want to take the lenses, or I want to take the buttons, and I'm going to connect it to this and connect it to that, and maybe use the old computer. And that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm building right now, is the Bro Computer Cam. Okay, we're going to probably shorten that name, but it's a computer and a camera combined together so that you can actually do your live streaming using Wirecast, OBS, or any of these other new software programs, whatever applications. But you got a computer and you got a camera. So now you have a full-fledged system. You guys tell me what you guys think about that. Still working on that. And I just did a virtual video a couple days ago just to show you guys the concept of it. And that was using a gaming computer, you know, graphics cards, some high-end graphics cards that I don't have. some high-end graphics cards, a high-end gaming computer. It doesn't have to be liquid cooled, water cooled, or whatever. But you could build a small mini computer, and they actually have mini computers that you can buy. They're very expensive. I looked into that. They call them the NUCs. Yeah, I think Intel NUC makes them, or some, I don't know what company. It's called the NUC. These computers were like $1,600, $1,700, $2,000, $3,000 for these small computers, mini computers that actually pack some serious power. So you could actually do that. You could mount it onto a camera if somebody is interested in actually doing something like that. But I don't have that type of money, so I'm using what I have. So give me a broken laptop. Give me a broken laptop, give me a broken desktop, give me what you got, some old hard drives, some old memory keyboards, whatever. I got a little keyboard yesterday at Walmart. That was cool for like 10 bucks. I was able to get that. And I got a wired mouse. I'm trying to set my nephew up with a little computer too. He's looking for like a all-in-one computer or something really cheap. So if you got anything out there you're throwing away, you don't need, let me know. And then I can also use it for the projects. Like I said, don't hate, don't wait, contribute, donate. Don't hesitate, don't procrastinate, donate. $ Tony from Tony McDew, $ Tony McDew, $ Tony McDew. Okay, so now once again, I gave you guys a lot of packed information, believe it or not, about technology. Starting off once again with the Obama phone, the Trump phone. We're gonna pull it up one more time just to show you. If you gotta make a video, start off, use this, use whatever you have around your house. You don't have to have high-end cameras. You don't have to have DSLRs. You don't have to have mirrorless cameras. You don't have to have a $23,000 graphics card in your gaming computer, and you don't have to have a $19,000 processor, Xeon processor. Okay, so when I say that because I have a lot of friends that buy a lot of high-end cameras. I got a friend who just bought a camera, it cost him like $2,000, and he's happy with it, and I'm happy for him. But everybody can't afford that, and everybody's like, you know, when I used to go to NAB, I used to look down on myself. I used to look down, and I used to feel down. I used to feel overwhelmed, and when I come out of there, sometimes I'm like, man, how much is that? That's 100,000. How much is that? That's 50,000. How much is that? That's 20,000. I just go, man, it's got to be another way. So I always look the other way and try to figure out another way, okay, to do something very similar. I want graphics. I want all this kind of stuff. So sometimes you might have to put your graphics in later. You might have to do some editing, put your graphics in later, and then post it later or whatever. You might not be able to do everything live, you know. Sometimes you can do everything live if you figure out the solution. A lot of people ask me, how do I do all this right now? How am I live right now and putting my graphics in? It's because I take a lot of time to study on what I need, what processors, what kind of computer I'm going to be able to use to make this all happen. I'm only using right now, I'm using a i5 all-in-one cracked up desktop computer to stream live to you right now. That's all I'm using. And you guys tell me what you think. I'm using some green screen for my background from Amazon. It cost me 12 bucks. And I'm using an action camera, very, very inexpensive action camera, okay? I'm not gonna go into name brands and stuff because like I said, when I start dropping names, people try to copy and they won't exactly what you have. It's not about what I have. I don't care if it's an ANS webcam or ANS action camera. Use whatever you have, okay? An ANS Trump phone, use whatever you have, okay? So on that note, I was going to end this broadcast, but I want to show you guys a couple more cameras. I'm so excited about this, so just hold on for a second. We got, dang, I got so many cameras to show you guys. Okay. Here's a little action camera right here. This is not an action camera. I mean, this is a point and shoot camera. It's a Canon SX160IS. I got this a long time ago. Really haven't used it yet. Just wanted to show it to you guys, okay? And it's made by Canon. And this will probably shoot 720 video. I'm not sure, 720, maybe 1080 video, hopefully. And I'm gonna test this out one day on one of my projects. And this is testing out different things. That's why I have a lot of these different things. This is a Sony CyberShot right here. Sony CyberShot 8.1 megapixels. Okay, really low in megapixels compared to the cameras we have now. It might shoot some video, it might not shoot video. On something like this, if it doesn't have video capability, I don't think this one does, but it might. But if it didn't have video capability, I don't even know the model number on this. I don't want to go all into it, but I guess we could go into it. This is a DSC H10. If I'm saying it right. My eyes are squinching on this one. But this particular camera, little point and shoot camera, I got it for like 20 bucks, $25 at a pawn shop. It runs off of regular batteries, actually. No, the other one runs off of regular batteries. I think the other one I just showed you a little while ago. And sometimes they run off the AA battery, sometimes they run off the internal lithium battery. But the point I'm making is you could take the video output of this sometimes, and then you could shoot video. If it's on an SD card, you could post it later. or you could take the video and you could run it into a capture card and you can do other things with it. So it's all kinds, just using your imagination. And that's why I wanted to show you these little point and shoot cameras. This right here, on the other hand, is a DSLR camera. Okay, this is a Canon Rebel. This was actually given to me. This is given to me, my buddy Harry. Thank you, Harry. I love you out there. My buddy Harry donated this one to me like a couple years ago. And he gave it to me because he didn't really need it. He bought it because of the lens. This has an interchangeable lens here, so you can pop it off. This is the kit lens, and this kit lens, when he gave it to me, he gave it to me like this, so it didn't have a kit, it didn't have a lens. And I just took this lens off my other camera, my 600D. I got a 600D that I got, and that was donated to me. I got that last year. So that one, and that's an older camera. That's like a 10-year-old camera or something like that. So I just took the kit lens off and put this lens on here because I got my other lens on that camera right now. I got the what is it, the 70 to 200 millimeter lens on there. And these cameras are great, taking pictures, taking great pictures, even doing video streaming. But once you get into this level right here, you got to use capture cards, and that's why I say you got to use something like this right here. You got to use something like this if you're trying to bring video in. And I've had some complications with that, especially with this particular video card. Now, if I had the Cam Link, which is the new one's like $150 or $120 or whatever it is. That one supposedly works really good. But that one, the one I got, I've had some problems with it, like I said, delay factors and things like that. A lot of guys that want to do this gaming thing. I had a friend message me a couple weeks ago, and he wants to know how to do his games and how to make it better and everything. You're going to need a Cam Link capture card, and if you're using a PlayStation 2 or an Xbox or something like that, you're going to need that Cam Link, and you're going to need a decent camera. You know, some kind of DSLR to bring the signal in, or you could use a regular video camera, you know. So I just wanted to show these last couple cameras in here. I know this video is a little lengthier than I thought. How long have we been talking here? Wow, 30 minutes. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. I love you guys. Once again, technology in quarantine, technology in quarantine. Be happy with what you have. The main thing I wanted to say is, like I said, be happy with what you have. Be thankful for another day. Once again, today is the 24th, Sunday. We're live. I'm happy. I'm quarantined. I might go outside today and get a little fresh air. It looks pretty nice out there. But right now, I'm here quarantined in Sacramento on the 21st, the 24th. Happy Sunday to everybody out there, if you want to say that. And just be safe out there. Be safe. You know, you want to wear a mask. You got your hand sanitizer, all that kind of stuff. Do what you got to do. When you go to the grocery store, went to the grocery store yesterday, and I picked up like a little mouse and stuff, you know, for my computer. And once again, don't hate, don't wait, don't procrastinate. Donate. Still looking for old scrap parts, computers, things like that. And that's so that I can keep my sanity too, because I go through a lot of things. I go through things, and we all go through things right now. A lot of us are stressed out being at home right now with our families. I'm taking care of my mom right now, trying to help her out, trying to do a lot of things. I got to go help her now. So I got to end this video pretty soon, but that's what I wanted to say. Whatever you're going through in life, just hang in there, and everything's going to be okay. I don't know if this quarantine thing is going to end completely all around the world. We don't know. So while I'm quarantined, I'm still studying technology, still looking up things. Do your research if you want to get better equipment, or you want to order something and you got the money to do it. You know, check out some of the, I can put some of the links in the description if you're really concerned about a complete setup and that type of thing. I don't have time to go through all that because I don't get sponsored to do this stuff. I don't get paid for it. I don't get any revenue from YouTube. I don't get any revenue from anywhere except for you guys. You guys are my supporters. So this is going out to my Facebook fans out there, my Facebook followers. I haven't really been doing Instagram. We may post something like this on Instagram, something a little later. It's got to be a short video, I think. I don't really use Instagram, and I also, it'll be on my YouTube channel. So anybody that's interested in going to my YouTube channel, it's HPTV World Broadcast News, I think, for my YouTube channel. Okay, World Broadcast News, HPTV channel 63. If you just put in HPTV space CH63, you can go to my YouTube. You can see all my YouTube videos. Okay, so I love you guys out there. Peace and love. Stay safe, stay blessed. I love you guys, and stay dressed. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay dressed, and confess. Peace and love. Don't hate, don't wait, don't procrastinate, don't hesitate. Donate. $Tony McDew, and we out.